Taylor Swift is one of the most successful and influential artists of the 21st century. As a result of her immense fame and talent, her personal life has been subject to much scrutiny, with many wondering whether or not she is a serial dater and commitment phobe. To answer this question, it's important to look at Taylor Swift's dating history. Over the years, she's been linked to a number of high-profile celebrities, including Joe Jonas, John Mayer, Taylor Lautner, Jake Gyllenhaal, Connor Kennedy, Harry Styles, and Calvin Harris. While some of these relationships lasted for a few months, others were much longer. For example, her relationship with Calvin Harris lasted for 15 months. While Taylor Swift has dated many people, it's important to note that she has never been married or engaged. Despite her lengthy dating history, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that Taylor Swift is a serial dater or commitment phobe. While it is true that she has dated a lot of people, it's also true that she has never been married or engaged. This suggests that she is not opposed to relationships, but that she simply hasn't found the right person yet. In addition to her dating history, it's also important to consider Taylor Swift's public statements on relationships. In an interview with Cosmopolitan in 2014, she said, "When it comes to relationships, I don't think it's wrong to be cautious. It's not wrong to take your time to make sure it's right. If you're doing it for the wrong reasons or with the wrong person, it's never going to work out. It's important to be careful and make sure you know that you're ready for something. And it's also important to know when it's time to let go and move on." These statements suggest that Taylor Swift is not a serial dater or commitment phobe. Instead, she is simply someone who takes her time in relationships and is cautious about who she dates. Ultimately, there is no way to definitively answer the question of whether or not Taylor Swift is a serial dater or commitment phobe. However, considering her lengthy dating history and public statements, it's safe to say that she is not opposed to relationships, but simply hasn't found the right person yet. When it comes to the love life of Taylor Swift, there's no shortage of conversation topics. After all, the singer-songwriter has had a string of high-profile relationships over the years, from her teenage romances to her more recent high-profile breakups. For this YouTube video, we'll take a look at Taylor Swift's love life from its beginnings to present day. We'll start by taking a look at some of Taylor's earliest relationships, including her brief relationship with Joe Jonas and her relationship with Taylor Lautner. We'll then move on to her most famous relationships, including her relationships with John Mayer and Calvin Harris. We'll also discuss her relationship with Tom Hiddleston and finally her current relationship with Joe Alwyn. Let's start with Taylor Swift's first high-profile relationship with Joe Jonas. This relationship began when Taylor was just 18 years old, and it lasted for only a brief period of time. After their split, Taylor wrote a song about Joe called Forever and Always, and it was clear that the breakup had a huge impact on the young singer. Next up is Taylor's relationship with Taylor Lautner. This relationship began in 2009, and it lasted for around a year. Taylor wrote a song about Taylor Lautner called Back to December, which hinted at the breakup of the relationship. In the song, Taylor admitted that she had made some mistakes and apologized for them. We can't talk about Taylor Swift's love life without mentioning her relationship with John Mayer. This relationship began in 2009, and it lasted for around a year. The couple had an on-and-off relationship and were often seen together in public. However, the relationship ended in 2010, and Taylor wrote a song about it called Dear John. Next up is Taylor's relationship with Calvin Harris. This relationship began in 2015 and it lasted for about a year and a half. The couple was often seen together in public and seemed to be very happy together. However, in 2016, the couple announced that they had broken up. The next relationship we'll look at is Taylor's relationship with Tom Hiddleston. This relationship began in 2016 and it lasted for around 3 months. The couple were often seen together in public and they seemed very happy. However, the couple announced their split in September of 2016. Finally, we'll take a look at Taylor's current relationship with Joe Alwyn. This relationship began in 2016, and it has been going strong ever since. The couple has kept their relationship very private, but they have been spotted out and about in public on occasion. So there you have it, a look at Taylor Swift's love life over the years. From her teenage romances to her high-profile breakups, and finally her current relationship with Joe Alwyn, Taylor's love life has been full of ups and downs. What's next for the singer-songwriter? Only time will tell.